What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is January 4th, a Tuesday. On this wonderful week ahead, we are going to be talking about Decimated. And yes, I've made videos before about Decimated, but we were talking about how to buy Decimated. But I'm going to tell you today in this video where you stand in terms of how many tokens you have and where you are in terms of the rating in tier level. Are you a humpback whale? Or are you at the bottom level, which you're a shrimp? It depends on how many tokens you have. So we're going to find out how many tokens you need in order to become a shrimp, a shark, to a whale, to a humpback whale. So many of those things we're going to dive deeper into. And there's also a lot of different things that people want to know in terms of the IDO tokens being released to people and if that affects the price. So guys, with that said, be sure to like that button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to join our Patreon page where we give insider trading tips and so much more. And also on there, we talk about Decimated. So let us begin. So we're going to look at CoinMarketCap because we want to see where Decimated stands right now. And right now it stands around 52 cents. And at this morning, around 7 a.m. Pacific time, it was at 47 cents. Now, there is a total supply of 1 billion tokens. Nothing has changed. And right now, after this dump, this was the IDO where most seed investors had taken their profit and now it's been trading sideways. But notice that it's always been in the red. It's never gone past its high peak point of 63 cents. And so right now we can see that this is a perfect buying opportunity for different accumulations if you feel like you believe in this project. Now, when we begin in this video, just be aware that none of this is financial advice. This is just financial opinion and my own entertainment. But there are many points in here where I have dollar cost average, and I just feel so bullish about this coin because, again, it's not listed everywhere. Right now, it's only on Huobi Global and Radium. And so just imagine when this token does launch on KuCoin, Coinbase, even Gate.io. Many of these different platforms are huge, and it will definitely boost the price up to new all-time levels because, again, the token is really hard to acquire here because you need to be in Asia in order to acquire the DIO token or non-blacklisted countries. Or Radium, which is more of a tech-savvy experiment that not everybody is very much aware of swapping tokens. Only cryptocurrency people are very much aware of that. But newbies, they use Coinbase, KuCoin, so forth, so on. So that is where the price is right now. It's up 2%. Now, recently there was an announcement by DApp Radar that Decimated was one of their top, tier games to look out for this year, and I absolutely believe that. In 2022, I believe in Q1 and Q2, this game is going to do quite well, not just in terms of the token price, but I think a lot in its further development. I do believe that the marketplace for the NFT will hopefully launch on schedule, hopefully around January, but if not, that's okay. But if that does happen, imagine the price of the token is going to go up because people are going to be aware that it's going to cost a certain amount to own this or that. It's going to be quite bullish. But also, further on down the road, they had made an announcement that their total circuit supply is 26 million, and that they have a strict vesting schedule, which is spread out from 3 months to 30 months. And we're going to dive deeper into the end of what that 3 months to 30 months and who that applies to. But the reason they share this is because the vesting schedule, a strict vesting schedule. What do they mean by that? Well, recently, they just sent out 500. This was posted on December 31st. So we sent out 500 DIOs to all 1,000 wallets 20 minutes ago. So this is actually still ongoing. So if you click on this link, it'll take you to the Solana Explorer, and this will show you where the 500 DIO tokens have been released. So obviously you can see that it fluctuates. You saw one at the very top, and when I go further down the bottom, there's some here, there's some here, there's some here, and there is some here as well. So you can see that the token is being distributed successfully, and some people do have minor errors, and that's okay. Sometimes it doesn't reach the wallet because they copied or pasted the wrong address when providing. But notice that the history of tokens being bought is being bought at a consistent level from 2 hours ago, from 1 hour ago. I mean, it's just happening as we speak. So people are accumulating these tokens. So with that said, we're going to go on to the next slide because I want to show you the Sol scan. So right here, we're looking at the holders, and right now there's only 1,700 holders. That's really important because in the last slide, or one of the last slides I want to show you, is that 1,700 holders is actually not a lot. I think that's also due because of the limited listing of this token. And so, as you can see here, this is 97% of the total circulating supply of tokens. Now, this is obviously going to be for in-gaming currency and all that jazz. And then further on down the road, obviously they have different shares circulated through their advisories, to their team, so forth, so on. But you can see here that there's a huge breakdown of people who hold the token and basically kind of where they stand on it, right? And you can see that there's a huge jump from 3 million to 500,000. So that's a huge gap there. That means maybe these top 4 supplies is meant for the team to kind of allocate, and they've allocated those tokens towards the game itself so that it can create a circulating supply. And then the rest below is basically holders or people who actually have strong positions in it. Maybe it could be team advisories, who knows? So in their white paper, which is very important to look at, you got to look at their token distribution, right? So we have 40% for the entire token volume that's reserved for the online or play to earn gameplay. 13% is for the core team, 15% is sold in the 4-stage sale, 20% will be used for marketing, very important in order to build awareness for the project, 10% is for liquidity, and 2% will be paid for the advisors that helps decide where the game has been going these past few years. Now, it does say DIO seed round and strategic round, but I have a better description of that. I actually broke it down. So I was doing some research on the different platforms that have launched the tokens and pretty much their vesting schedule, which we talked about earlier before. So this is the DIO utility token unlocking period information schedule. So I started just diving deep into how this happened. So the seed round, they have an 18-month weekly vesting. This started November 16th in 2021. I'm sorry, ended in November 16th, 2021. And that means that the seed round has closed. And now it begins to move on to the next step, which is these weekly releases of these tokens to these investors so they can either decide to take profit or sell them or do whatever. And so forth. There's a strategic round, November 16th that ended. They have a 15-month weekly vesting schedule. And private round, November 16th ended, 12-month vesting schedule. And then the IDOs, like Firestarter, ended December 26th. That ended 3 months. The 3-month weekly vesting period, and the IDO Hubie will be 3-month weekly vesting period. Why am I showing you this? Basically, the vesting period, the reason they're doing it like this rather than giving you all the tokens, here's the reason why. It is to control the price and to make sure that this isn't going to be a pump and dump. Because many games before this one, I'm not going to name names, but there have been a few Solana games that have had IDOs, and then all of a sudden there was a dump. And that actually affects the company, the token, and the game itself. No one feels that they want to invest in something because it's just based on money, and that can be considered a security. But this team is really smart because they decided that they're going to release these tokens on a vesting schedule that helps control the volatility of the token price. And because DIO, which is the ticker symbol of the token, is the only token that they have, it allows there to be a huge boom in the token and its potential in the near to short term. And I believe that's Q1 and Q2. Now, down here, I'm comparing DIO with Citus. And we know that Citus is built on the Ethereum blockchain. But it's the amount of holders. So know that Solscan DIO tokens, DIO holders are around 1,700. Now, the Etherscan for Citus holders is 12,000. That's a huge difference. That means people haven't fully adopted this just yet. And that means that people are willing to pay gas fees just to acquire these Citus tokens. And if they're smart enough, they get it on Gate.io because there's no fees. Now, in terms of the market cap, if we compare Citus, say, for instance, is 83 million at the time of writing. And know this, they also have a Senate token, which is a governance token. So they have 2 tokens. And if you're aware, Citus has 39 billion, Senate has 300 million. But DIO only has one set, and that is the DIO token. That is right now at 24 million. So just imagine, like, this is so undervalued. The market cap is so low. And so it can absolutely catch up, as I said previous videos before, it can catch up to Star Atlas for sure, and it could definitely reach up to Citus. And you know what happens with the token price? Well, you guessed it, it's going to go up in value. So I want to show you where you stand in terms of where you are at the tier. So if you have a certain amount, this is a great description of where you're at. So if you have around 1 to 1,000 tokens, you're considered a shrimp. A crab, you have 1,000 to 5,000 tokens. And for an octopus, you have 5,000 to 10,000, so forth. We have fish, 10,000 to 40,000. Dolphin, 40,000 to 90,000. Shark, 90,000 to 500K, and the list goes up and up. So now you can see where you stand in terms of this. And notice there have been people that have been taking profit. So when they're allocated these tokens, some of them do take their profits, but know another thing, it has not affected the price at all. This is why it's important, and I think many other games have to look at the weekly vesting schedule, that they have to follow this type of protocol in order to keep the game's future at hand and not destroy its fan base. Because if they see that the token is going to do a pump and dump, then they lose that support for that game and ultimately affects the game. No one's going to want to buy the token. But again, we're early on in stages and not many people talk about this, but this is why I'm so bullish on Decimated and how they've been handling this. So guys, I want to hear down in the comments down below of how you feel of where the token price could go. And also down below, comment which tier are you? Are you a shrimp? Are you an octopus? Are you a shark? Are you a humpback whale? I want to know. Just comment down below. I want to know who you are in this Decimated world, and shout out, be proud, because right now the rank of Decimated used to be at 800, now it's at 794. That means this is growing. And you'll notice within the past week, I've seen this market cap go from like 23 million to 26 and come right back down. And no matter what, it just is so controlled. And again, so much is going on. I am excited for this token. I just want to give you guys a brief breakdown of where you stand in this. But guys, be sure to leave those comments down below. So with that said, be sure to like that button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Register on our Patreon page for our insider training tips and more. And don't forget to click on the affiliates link below to receive sign-up bonuses and access the global crypto assets exchange. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.